Welcome to episode 22 of Scaling a Social Media Marketing Agency. My name is Hervin, and this is a video series where I take you behind the scenes of our SMMA and show you what we're doing to scale it. I am documenting the journey here, so I am sharing what I am working on a day-to-day basis, the problems that I am trying to solve, the lessons that I am learning. So if you're interested in seeing how we scale our social media marketing agency, then subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, so let's dive in. Today is Monday, and I actually was able to get a good amount of work done. If you notice, this last 2 days, I didn't upload any content. I just worked a little bit over the weekend, like 20 minutes on Saturday, 20 minutes on Sunday, not much. It was good progress. Like I worked on meaningful things, but I didn't work a whole lot. I didn't have much to say, so I just kind of skipped out on the updates. Today, I got some things done. I was at a part of the project that I'm trying to do right now. So I'm trying to focus on our marketing project, and I want to start advertising soon. So I've been working on all of the pieces of our marketing funnel. Let me just show you here on my screen. So this is the project right here that I am trying to build. So it looks like this. Somebody sees an ad about our company promoting a case study from one of our successful clients showing how they had success. They go to a landing page where people can opt in, provide their name, phone number, and email to get access to this case study. From there, they go to a page where they see a video asking them to book a call with me. So of course, in the page is going to say like your case study's here, go like here's how to find it. But there's also going to be a video here that tells them, would you like us to help you grow your business? If yes, book a call. And then from here, they're going to go into a thank you page where once they schedule the call, they're going to get prompted to watch a video about how our business works. So that's the main idea. That's kind of the funnel. And then once people jump from like people after they schedule this call, eventually they'll show up for the call and they'll do a sales call. And that's when they would buy, and then they would go through our onboarding process. Okay, so here's what I worked on today. So today if somebody opted into this landing page to receive a case study, but never ended up booking a call, or if somebody scheduled a call but never showed up, or if somebody showed up to a sales call and never bought anything, all of these scenarios need to then go to a long-term email nurturing sequence. So you could see here, long-term email nurturing sequence. What this is just a way to stay on people's radar by providing them with value, showing them tips, success stories, case studies from our clients. This was an idea that came from Alex Ramosi when I went to his event recently. He suggested that the people who I don't end up converting into clients, to add them to a long-term follow-up sequence, nurture sequence. So I've been thinking about that, and I have been thinking in terms of like, how do I make this long nurture sequence in the fastest way possible, in a way that I would enjoy making it? Because right now I've been thinking about it, and it's a little dreadful to write all of these emails to make it. So I've been thinking about what are the emails that I get the most value from. And I'm on Tim Ferriss's and James Clear's newsletter, as well as Alex Ramosi. And the three of them share like tidbits, like really short, fast emails that are easy to consume. So I was thinking maybe I would do something like that, like for the long-term nurture sequences. So anyway, long story short, I was thinking, okay, maybe I do that. And I created these tasks. You could see here, create a long-term nurture sequence for people who do not buy. And then if we go into it, you could see here what the nurture sequence is like. And this is actually something that Alex shared. He said, during the first 3 days, you want to share your best case study on day 1, then your best client transformation day 2, then the biggest industry insight day 3. The next 7 days, one touch every other day, focus on removing specific objections. So any fears, any concerns that clients would have. And then the next 30 days is 2 touches per week, alternating between success stories and industry insights. So I thought, I'm like, okay, this is a cool structure, but I'm still like, I don't know how I would write all of these things in the like, it just sounds a little daunting to write that much. I was thinking, I even said it in another video, that I was thinking about skipping this because I'm like, I don't want to go through just writing all of this stuff. And anyway, so I thought maybe with the help of ChatGPT, and if I lowered what I thought was a valuable email, because in my mind, a valuable email has to tell a long story and it needs to have a huge lesson. But I thought to myself, what if I made it in the same way that Tim Ferriss writes his 5 Bullet Fridays, or James Clear's write his 3 Bullet Thursdays, or Alex Ramosi writes his Mosey Minutes, in which these are tidbits. And so then I thought, okay, that sounds cool. What would I talk about? And this is where, using my iPad, anytime I get stuck trying to think about where do I go, it just means that sometimes I've figured this out for myself. It's like when I have a lack of clarity, I slow down a lot. So I usually work pretty fast until I come to this place where it's like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. There's an unknown, right? It's kind of like, I imagine, I used to play these video games where you used to have a character run around this map, and anytime you would go through the map, it would illuminate the map, and you would see the map would show the areas that you knew, but then anytime you would approach new territory, that part of the map was black. And so for me, that's the same thing here. Whenever I am working, anytime I'm doing something where I have clarity, I can move pretty quickly through it. But anytime I approach something that is like uncertain, or that I haven't done before, or that I just don't have clarity, it just slows me down. So now I've learned a lot of times when I have that, what gets me unstuck is working through that problem on my iPad. So I just start brainstorming. Okay, so then I literally wrote down what Alex Ramosi just said. It's like, okay, day 1, best case study. Day 2, best transformation. Day 3, biggest industry insight. And then I'm like, okay, what do I want to talk about? So for best case study, I want to talk about Shauna. For biggest client transformation, Jody. Biggest industry insight, automation. Then I thought, okay, what are the biggest objections that people have? So then haven't thought about it, but I wrote this down. Then I thought, okay, for the long-term follow-up, what do I write? And it's like, okay, success story. I could just take one of the client success stories that I have here on our website, and just grab the transcript from each of these success stories, create a couple of bullet points about the cool thing they were able to do, and then just say like, hey, these clients got this success. Check out their video below if you're interested in getting that kind of success for your business. Schedule a call. So I'm thinking that that's what I am going to do for the success stories, is just feed the transcript to ChatGPT and like have it come up with the bullet points for me. So I thought that would be an easy way to write these. Then for the industry insights, I'm like, okay, I can write something like super quick, fast tidbits that are helpful. So I was thinking that that's how I was going to do those. Anyway, I wrote a lot of ideas down for what I wanted to do. That gave me clarity. But then on top of that, I had the goal of also reworking our website. Let me explain. So you see here at the top where I talked about the project. So this is the project that we're working on. And when somebody buys, you see here, go to onboarding. Now, if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, we're selling a new level of service for us. So this new level of service that we're selling is that we're offering one-on-one support to our clients on a weekly basis, where we're meeting with them, giving them advice, showing them how to get better results from their advertising, helping them maintain their ads, helping them use our Studio Hub tool to automate a lot of the tasks that they have in their business so that they can free up their time. Anyway, long story short, our onboarding, Alex Ramosi suggested that I should charge for our onboarding because it's very heavy in the tech setup. Like we meet with our clients one-on-one to teach them how to use the system. We build the system for them. We do the tech setup. We meet with them and their team to make sure everybody's trained. And he also suggested that I should meet with them in person to get them to fly out to us, and then charge a $5,000 price point. Charge $5,000 for them to fly out so they could get onboarding in person. That's the idea. So that changes things a little bit for us in terms of the operation side of things. So in the past, people used to buy and immediately, like, that's it. They would start getting charged immediately. So if they paid today, they would get charged 30 days later. So the sooner they would go through the onboarding, the more chance they would have at using the system, right? Now what we're doing is we're making the onboarding its own kind of experience. And only after people have completed the onboarding, then we move them into a recurring payment where now they're onboarded, now they're using the system, now they're meeting with our client success team and so on. So because this changes the structure of how we do things, our onboarding process and so on, and when people go to sign up for our services, so in the past, it used to be that people just would go to our website, they would choose the package that they wanted. So let's just say they picked here month to month, they pick here our automation plus ads launcher package. They would click here, get started. They would pay for this and immediately start getting onboarded. Now things are changing for us. So now first the pricing has increased because we bundled our services together. It's cheaper than what it used to be. But the other thing too is that we now have an onboarding fee, and this is not even the page. So this is a page that I created initially to explain this new pricing option and offer and so on. But I built this and it's a little confusing. It doesn't do a good job at explaining the onboarding and the price. Anyway, long story short, I've been wanting to edit this, and today I created this wireframe right here for my graphic designer, and then I created a Loom video going through the pricing page and telling the graphic designer like, hey, here's what I like, then here's the idea that I have. So instead of just offering a month-to-month option, we also offer a yearly option. And then on top of that, we have an in-person. So we make people say, choose your onboarding experience in person or virtual, the payments for each. So I created this. This helped me then create instructions for the graphic designer so that they can help me revamp this page. So that is something that I got done today. And this is where using the iPad for me, building out wireframes. And this is the very first one that I created. You can see here later on, I polished these up and I created more of them. Like here's the new pricing page and what I'm thinking. And later on, I use this to give it again to the graphic designer and the flow of information. So when somebody goes through the pricing form, they can click to get a demo and schedule a call, or they can go and sign up directly from the website. So I was thinking of how that information would flow, how it would all look. As I am creating these wireframes on my iPad, to me, like I just get into this flow state. It gives me ideas. I'm able to figure stuff out. So that is super helpful for me. Yeah. And then I was thinking of how our process will change. So I mentioned before, people can just sign up. People can sign up on our website, and then immediately once they pay, their account gets created. Whereas like now we're going to change things a little, without getting too much into the techie details of how everything will look. It's just, I have been thinking about how this process, if somebody wants to buy, what does that process look like? And when does their account get created and all of the tech on the back end? Yeah, that's what I worked on today. But as you could see here, I did all of these things you could see part of the first things that I started to work on, the long-term nurture sequence. I started working them with the iPad, handwriting these out. Then I sketched out this crude wireframe to give instructions to my graphic designer. I recorded a Loom video for him. And then I sketch out even more wireframes. And then to simplify things, to give instructions to another team member, I created this sticky notes, kind of flow of information. So anyway, that's what I worked on today. I usually find that when I'm stuck and I don't have clarity, jumping on my iPad, drawing things out helps me get in a creative mood. It also helps me get into a flow state. It helps unlock some of the ideas by visualizing them. I'm able to see how things should flow, and then it's easy for me to start building them. Just having a map of what I am doing as opposed to like just putting one foot in front of the other. Just being able to see the whole picture is super, super helpful for me. So yeah. Highly recommend it if you have an iPad to do that. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're interested in seeing what else we're doing to scale this marketing agency, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.